Hello everyone, how are you? It's Wednesday, it is noontime, that means that's lunch break live stream time. I am so excited that I have a chance to sit down and hang out with you all today, continuing with the amazing Fluttershy of the cute little My Little Pony line from WizKids. She's just so darn adorable. I'm going to turn the music down. I was jamming to my tunes while getting set up, and I'm realizing it's kind of loud. So we're going to keep going with Fluttershy today. What I did with her in the last live stream is pretty much everything you would need to do with her if you were, say, getting a little kid to start painting or just want to do a quick paint yourself. Then all you would need to do is go back in, take these fantastic tattoos and stickers and put them onto the miniature and pretty much call it done. There were a couple things I did need to do behind the scenes. The eyes needed actually 2 layers of white, and the yellow itself needed 4 layers just because of the streaking, and yellow does streak. Hindsight, I wish I gave it a different base color to make it a little bit easier. Sometimes you can trick it a little bit with a light orange, like a pastel orange, or even like a pastel pink, like a lighter pink than her hair. The hair was fine with the one coat. That was the squid pink. That just needed some touch-up points because, you know, the yellow slipped a little bit here and there. But anyways, hello everyone. I love the fact that I can jump in ahead of time while I'm getting everything pulled together and set up, and the chat's already buzzing and people are talking and everything like that. It's just, it's warm fuzzy time. It really is warm fuzzy time. So that being said, there's more I want to do to her because c'est moi. I want to do more. So what I'm thinking about doing here with her, this could very well change because you know how I function sometimes. Inspiration actually does spark for me and I change course automatically. I'm going to do her eyes. Definitely want to do her eyes, but I want to give her eyes a little bit more of the look that the cartoon has. So in the little packet that you get, they do have the eyes, but also what they do in the cartoon is they give some different colors of blue into it to make it look more like an iris. So, Warm Fuzzy Wednesdays. Yes, Mad King Henry, that's exactly what it is. So I want to try and capture that with her eyes. I also want to give her eyes lashes, some, color. So those are going to go black. I have a nice straight up black to go with that one. Hello, Dungeon Matron. Thanks for joining us. Now, here's the other thing I want to do. I'm going to go to a darker pink and a darker yellow. Actually, I'm going to use the yellow, but without the white added to it. That's the moon yellow, and I'm going to move over to Warlord Purple from the Vallejo Game Color line. So I'm going to do that, but what I want to do with those colors is just run them into the creases that you see here, just to kind of make them recess a little bit more, and everything else will then elevate as a result of having those darker tones into those. Same thing with the mouth and the nostrils. I want to put the darker yellow in there and just get that going. Just, again, it's not something you have to do. They actually have really good definition, these miniatures. It's something where it's me being me and just amping it up that much more. But if you watched last week and you want to get this mini painted, you absolutely could do just what I did last week. But like I said before, the eyes will need 2 layers of white, and the body you may find that you need to give it a few more layers than what I did in the stream. Perfectly okay. Like I said, yellow can kind of get funky on you. Hello, Clive. How are you? So the other thing we were talking about was giving the hair a little bit of an oomph. I did go through my paints and I found some fun ones where there's a color shift paint that we could put to use. That might be fun because it does go through like the purples, pinks to the golds. So kind of playing off what she has there. Oh, I also do her cutie pie mark. Is it cutie mark? Why do I always forget this? My brain just goes, nope, you're not allowed to remember that one. There's also glitter that I could put into it if I wanted to. Or I have this really cool, it's just a sparkly shifty paint. And this actually is on my spell effects a lot, and I love it. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I am thinking. So we shall see. Anyways, I'm going to get started first. I think, do I want to go with the eyes? I think I might do the line work first before I move into the eyes. This mini, if you wanted to, you could make this easier to put onto a base by kind of putting some pegs in and then shoving it into like a piece of foam or whatever. But it's one of those things where it's pulled together and you can kind of hold her in different spots. Where do you think I missed some pink, Shadow Cat? Please let me know. I have been back and forth with this sweetheart. A lot of it is also angle. I don't want to get too close and then get it where it's back and forth, because that was happening. Always fun. So I'm going to start with doing the line work, and I'm going to do the wings because that's really the only place where there was extra little lines in there. So this is going to be straight up moon yellow. Okay. Like I used before, but had added the dead white too. And let me just move a couple things around. So we'll start with that, and then we'll just proceed on to then moving into the hair. And then I will do the eyes, and then I'll do the cute little butterflies on her butt. And then hopefully we can get to like the fun little accent bits. All right, so I'm moving on to a very fine tip paintbrush right now. So this is the plaid. It's the 10/0 line. And I love, 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 love these brushes. They hold up to me. Yeah, that's a back and forth spot. I am not touching that again. That's a no. You're welcome to get them into yourself and go for it, but like I said, there are a couple spots where it just kept turning into a back and forth because of the angles. Pick your battles as to how far you want to go with things. So basically what I'm doing is I've got the moon yellow on here, and I'm just going to carefully run it into the recess between the two there. And it's just enough to make it pop out, or pop down rather, recess down while the rest pops back up. I don't want it to be an extreme thing. It's sort of like cheating it almost as a wash, but it's not a wash because I wouldn't want to do it's such a smooth mini. A wash would make this look more splotchy, so I wouldn't recommend doing a wash on it at all. But going back in and doing line work will give it more of a cartoony feel. And if you want more of a drastic appearance, then yeah, definitely you could jump down to even a darker yellow. Hello, Dice Guy! Yeah, unfortunately, these are not available in Europe. They are only available right now in Canada and in the US. So, if you have friends in those areas, maybe see if they can purchase and send over to your way. Or send your way, not to your way. All right, I'm going to keep doing the same thing here. And again, this is one of those things where it's not necessary, but it does pop it out that much more, which is nice to see. I'm trying to get it so you can actually see it. Let me get this last one here. It's going to be a lot of spinning around. There we go. So that's along. There you go. So that's along, just in the ridges. Putting that yellow in there, and you can see it just lifts the raised parts and lowers that groove. And then, how about a little more baklava? Do I have transformers? That's a good question. I have two, because my little one painted Optimus. I could try and do a transformer next if you wanted me to. I mean, why not? The next wave is soon to come out, so that could be a fun thing to do, nod to that one. What I am going to do here is, you see how there's this scallop detail here? I'm going to run this moon yellow along the ridge of that, again, to add some definition. And this is, little finicky work. Very, very careful. And I literally just want to get, I just want to get it onto this ridge here. I'm not looking to get it around the front or anything like that. I just want it to get a little bit more division there. And this is one of those things where, let me see if I can, there, you can see it right there. Ta-da! So you can see what I'm doing there. Please for Transformers. Hello, Michael! How are you, darling? It's good to see you. Mike from Unmade Gaming. Fantastic channel on Twitch, by the by. Go and check it out if you like watching streams. They offer many streams over there. He and I do the Dark Fortunes podcast together. And there's another episode coming out on Monday. Oh my god, I can't wait for that one. The next two episodes are going to get interesting for Dark Fortunes. Let's just put it that way. It is a D&D 5e Humblewood setting with a piratey theme to it, darlings. It's a lot of fun. And we just did some recording a couple weeks ago. There, you can see it right there. So we have the ridge accentuated, as well as the lines going here through the wings. And we'll do that. So yes, go and check him out on his channel on Twitch, Unmade Gaming. Shocker. Also, you have the YouTube channel here. Obviously, that's another one you could subscribe while you're here. Why not? Give it a little boosty. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Whee! But yes, it has been very busy over in Muse land for sure. Like I said, I'm doing this podcast with Mike. I have bringers every Thursday. And then, of course, my own game that I'm running, The Last Air on Kobold Press. And holy moly, the past couple episodes have been amazing because my players are finally starting to put 2 and 2 together and figuring out things. And it's just really cool to see them going, oh! And wanting to take action on it. So it's just like, yes, very much so. Oh, it's absolutely piratey. And I'm a pirate captain. Haha. So it's a lot of fun. Although, let's talk about this one, folks. Mike, did I tell you this yet? So, last week on the Dawnbringers, you know, of course we're in Saltmarsh, and of course they're blaming the Dawnbringers for everything gone wrong. That place has issues, let's just put it that way. And along comes the captain who had gotten us over to Saltmarsh from Oakhurst area. And basically what happened is Cantriel got made captain of his ship because he got a new ship. So I'm laughing because Jake is bestowing this thing upon Cantriel. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh my god, I have 2 ships. How am I going to take care of 2 ships? What ships? So, yeah, Captain Cantriel and Captain Mac. I'm laughing because don't get me wrong, I love ships. I love sailing vessels. I actually do like being out in open water, just not on cruise ships. That's a different story. Yeah. But I have to brush up on my terms and stuff now and make sure I'm all... Well, luckily Cantriel can play dumb because, quite frankly, she is not a ship fiend. Not familiar with it whatsoever. However, Mac is. So, still have to work on those. But yeah. Thank you, Shadowcat. You're now driving everyone crazy. So yeah, that's going to be a fun little thing happening between the 2 games, is making sure everything is Yar, right? It's Yar? Oh, let's see. Oh, thank you, Mad King Henry, for listening. I hope you enjoy it. The first 4 episodes are sort of like intro things to the new characters. Yeah, I figured things would get more intense. I might need a copy of such a such piece of work. Let's put it that way. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let me just get the other scalloped edge here. Very carefully. So there we have those lines, just defining that in right there. And it's very subtle. Like I said, if you want to go to a darker yellow to really make it look more cartoonish, you can. I'm kind of going mid-range here. I don't want to make it too in your face, but you can see through here, just to give it a little bit more definition. Yep. That's the one I thought you were talking about. It was not the tail. Yeah, like I said, there are a couple spots where it turns into the back and forth and the back and forth. You know, it gets to be fun. So that, just on a sanity break, oh god. So that is there's a couple little divots right here I'm going to do. So the back of the wings do not have the definition like the front. So I'm going to go in, I'm just going to get those little points right there. Actually, let me rinse my brush. Let me rinse the brush. More nautical naughtiness, I'm thinking, is in the future. I mean... it's Cantriel. She's a fun one as it is. Cantriel I very much steer into, she will pick up on puns and blue comments if possible. Okay, folks, can we please stop talking about the main? Let me move on, please. So, it's you know, there's going to be antics on both of the games, quite frankly, just because of the group of people in both of them. Both are great people. Or great combinations of people, I should say. It's not madness. It's adding a little spice to life. Alright, so just those. Same thing over here. Just those little divots right there. I'm going to go in with the moon yellow. And there's just that one little one. Oh, it's barely even a divot, but I'll still give it a little shadow. Okay, so that takes care of the wings as I wanted to get her done up there. So you can see right there how it just pops things. So now I'll do the hair. Same thing. Ah, da, 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 da. Oh, yay. Thank you, Eleftheria. I hope you enjoy it. Hi, Shannon. Thank you for stopping by. Very much appreciated. I got to do a guest appearance on a straw game, and that was fun. Oh my gosh, that was a fun NPC to play. She was like this very, well, the way I interpret it, like this very strong-willed matron, person of power, and it was good stuff. Okay, I'm drinking tea like crazy because I'm cold too. I'm always cold. That's like a given though. Moment in time. You sound a little frantic. Changing. Alright, so now I'm shifting over to the Warlord Purple. Oh, fun! Oh, I'm sure. Bob, that's excellent though. I'm glad you're able to get a few of those to start painting with her. How far advanced is the last area? The last area is in its second season. We just completed episode 5. So on the 22nd, we'll be jumping back into episode 6 for season 2. It should be up on the Cobalt Press channel here on YouTube, so you can catch up with those. And yeah, I believe the full season 1 is on the YouTube channel for Cobalt Press. That's where that is. It's not on my channel. People have asked if it's on my channel. Not my channel. Cobalt Press's YouTube channel is where you can catch the VODs for The Last Dare. And that's based on Tales of the Old Margrave. But you know, I'm partial. I will say it's worth catching up on. Yeah, who would have thought? Me? Strong-willed? Never. Never in your wildest dreams. I am a pussycat. I am completely calm and, yeah, I can hear Mike laughing right now. Okay, so same concept. I'm going to go in and just add this Warlord Purple in these little grooves. So you can see how that just pops it down a little bit, or a lot of it really. And the trick here is to kind of get this more of a sweeping motion going. There we go. There's one in there. Like I said, this kind of makes it look more like the cartoon by doing this. I'm just going to bring that up a little bit. I'm just going to do that around all the sections of the hair, just to bring a little bit more definition. Fun times, I tell ya. So yes, and it's looking like in terms, because I have been getting asked about cons. So definitely Origins has been added, so you can come and see me at Origins if you'd like. That's a nice quote, Mad King Henry. I like that one in particular. Thank you for sharing that one. Oop, need more paint on that. So I'll be doing that one. Gen Con is official. I have that all booked up and ready to go. Nerdarchy, don't forget that one's happening in October. They have a website link out for, they're calling it sort of like their soft opening. So you can check things out, see who the guests are going to be and everything like that. See, is there anything over there? No. So moving on to this one. And then I do have it where, here's the thing, and I'm not looking to turn this into a debate. Oh my God. I am at this point still, yes, planning on heading out to Seattle for ECCC. Do I sell dice? No, I do not sell dice. I give away dice, my D6, but I don't sell them. Yes, I was at Origin a couple years back. Yes, I was. So I'll be back again this year. The thing is with ECCC, did I get all the C's in there? I think I did. I am still planning on attending. If it gets canceled, well, I'm still planning on going out to Seattle, and I'll probably just do smaller things and visit friends and everything like that. I'm going to take precautions. Don't worry. I don't plan on licking handrails or anything like that. I am going to make sure I am safe and washing my hands and everything like that. So for the West Coast people who are concerned about this, because I have been getting people asking, would I still be coming out considering? Well, let's just put it this way. New York City just announced that, hey, we have a case or two here too. So I'm at the point where it's like, you're going to have to be vigilant anyways. And I already have money invested in this. So I don't want to negate it and then it's all for naught. So I am still planning on going. If that changes within the next few days, I will make that announcement on social media. But I did just want to mention that I still am planning on heading out there and being good and being safe. And like I said, not licking handrails or things like that, or, you know, I gotta knock wood. Things have been pretty good for me for cons. So we'll see. But I did want to make sure that was mentioned. Now I'm waiting for everyone to tell me this, that, and the other thing. So I keep going with this one. That's just it, Matt. I plan on, trust me, I've been Lady Macbeth mode as it is. I don't know if you can see it, but my knuckles right through here are starting to dry out because I've been washing my hands like a maniac. Simply because, you know, going out and running errands. I come home because we have different viruses already floating around with the kids being home, or not the kids, but the kids going to school and then coming home from school. So I'll just keep up those habits. All right, keep going with the line work because I'm a chatterbox. How am I going to... I'm going to make a face is what I'm going to do. I definitely like this brush for the finer line work. And it helps to not load the brush up too much. If you go in too heavy, it splotches out on you. That's a technical term, splotch. I find it easier to do the finer line work when you let it float a little bit. And so you can get sort of the definition that's happening there. Just something fun and different. What? No. Shadowcat? No. Let's not go there, please. Did they now? See, I have been watching the news. Trust me on that one. Well, rather reading the news, because if I watch too much of the news, it like starts getting me all anxiety mode. I was in a waiting room yesterday because my windshield, that had to get replaced. Thank you, rock on the highway. But I realized the reason why I tend to watch the news, or not watch the news, I should say, is because, holy moly, did they stop teaching about yellow journalism in history class? Because some of those headlines and whatnot steer right into the sensationalism factor. It's kind of frustrating, quite honestly. That's why I prefer to read. I'll just read mine. Thank you. I'm good with reading it. I'm going to wrap around here. Oh, but tomorrow night is going to be fun. One of my players, Kai, she plays Zira on The Last Dare. She's actually jumping over to Mini Terrain Domain tomorrow night. And she will be playing with all of us. I cannot wait to have her jump in. It's a fun role. It's one of the sentient weapons, I believe, is what we're planning on doing. We shall see. But yeah. See, you get the little cartooniness going on there. Rock on the Highway is my favorite concert. Yeah, Shadowcat, please just let's not throw anything like that on the game. I'm reading and talking at the same time. It's one of those things where I could actually get in trouble for that. So that's going away. Now you know why. YouTube is not fun. Is there a technical RPG to go with these? No, but there is an RPG floating around out there. I want to say it's either RPG, Drive-Thru RPG, or DM's Guild. It is the, oh, why can't I think of it? There is one. Thank you, Matt King Henry. He's supporting me on this one. I'm trying to remember its name. Why can't I remember her name? Or there is one out. It came out, I want to say, a little bit over a year ago, if not a little bit before that one. And I want to say I'll have to look it up. I will have to look it up. Because it's one of those things where I have it in my files, but my files have increased since then. So I'll go and check it out, and I'll, if I remember, I will share the information on that one. Hello, the Maharishi. Is it Pony Finder? Mike, is it? I thought it was something based off of the... See, because we have Eleftheria in the chat, and right now I'm totally blanking on the My Little Pony land. Alright, that's a line that kind of disappears on its own, so I'm just gonna... It's kind of like lining your eyes for cat eyes. Yeah, I'm having fun with that. See, that's fun. I like that a lot. Pony Finder is an MLP Pathfinder hack. No, there's one that is D&D specific. It is D&D 5e compatible. Oh, this is gonna make me. That's a technical term too. It's a. So it is the My Little Pony Land. It's because I haven't watched My Little Ponies so recently that my brain's gone like shutdown mode. Oop. Okay, so I just splotted out like I was talking about before. I had a little bit more in the brush than I thought. And that's okay. I can go back over and thin that one out. So little oops-a-daisy right there. I'm going to let that dry a little bit and then I will go over it. Yeah, I will follow up on that one because there is, and it's lovely. I did look through it. I just don't remember its actual technical full name. I want to make sure I get that right. Equestria. Okay, Equestria. Ha! See, the Maharishi got it. Equestria. The Tales of Equestria. That was the word my brain was waiting for me to get. Alright, these are fun because of angles. So, if you look that one up, I think it's DM's Guild that has it. I believe I got it off of DM's Guild. If not DM's Guild, then I want to say it's Drive-Thru RPG. I just did what I didn't want to do. Hold on. That's more my chattering away than anything else. But I got a little bit of pink on her knee. It's a pink knee! So this gives you an idea of what it looks like with the lines accentuated a little bit more. And again, you don't have to do this. This is my wanting to have a little bit of fun with her. And just moving into it. How are we doing on time? Going on the half hour. Ooh, why is YouTube hiding your ooh? Oh, why can you finish off the Oh, is it also for 5? That's okay. So there's 2 options floating out there now. So we've just come to the discovery that you have Tales of Equestria and you also have the Pony Finder, which is also set up for 5e according to Mike. So don't quote me on that, quote Mike on that, and you can yell at Mike if that's not the case. I'm kidding. But yeah, that'd be a really great way to bring the kiddos into it for sure. I like that idea. That would be good. Das is good, yeah. Okay, so same thing. I'm just going to move up to here. Yoink. Man, that's going to be cute, though. See? I want to play My Little Pony D&D 5e. I would totally be Fluttershy. Hello, Defu! How are you? This is where... I think we're going to do this. There we go. The line starts to fade out through here, so I'm just being careful. Trying not to get the ear, too, because that's always fun. Yeah, we're going to call it on that one. At least that section. Oh, hi, Miguel, and thank you. I'm glad you guys had such a blast at Pathfinder? No, PAX East. That looked like another good con. That one just was literally not in the books for me. I was hoping to be able to get out to that one. I even got asked for a couple panels, but the panels didn't pan out. And at the time, I already had ECC booked. So literally I couldn't make both work unless there was a reason for it. So yeah. But yeah, the pictures looked great that people were sharing for East. That's awesome, Diffu. What are you making? What you making? It was dope, yo. Oh, Miguel, I love it. Who knows, maybe next year, we shall see. Here's the other crazy thing. I can't believe I'm already starting to have to think about stuff for the castle. I'm realizing that's going to be here before I know it, too. And yes, it's only March, but the castle's in September. So I got to start thinking about the one-shots I want to run. I'm thinking it might be fun to kind of take people into the Margrave and just do some one-shots revolving around things that I've already built up there. And just having people come in and, you know, encounter Maloriana and the Alcide of the Grove. Hold on, I'm just trying to find a good angle for this sweeping motion here. So yeah, I got to start getting that worked on a little bit. I'm also thinking I'm going to bring in some card games as well. And I need to figure out the crafts. Because I'm going to do some crafting stuff too, which will be fun. They wanted crafting stuff for this year. So I got to touch base with the castle people about that one. Tree scatter. That's always fun. I love tree scatter. I'm not sure I could round the circle up Mount Pony killing anything. That's a good question. If it's set up as a go in and kill or more of a defeat, like D&D in a castle. That castle in England. Lumley Castle. That's the one I'm going to. They invited me back to be a one-shot DM for all 3 sessions. And then also do, because I did a paint class doing WizKids Blue Dragon, and they wanted to do more stuff like that. So that's the plan, that's the hope. One thing about this brush is I have to clean it off often because the paint gets loaded on sometimes and it goes a little wonky on you. So that's what I'm doing right now, is just cleaning my brush off. Yeah, how would they... Because, see, I got the thing to play it. I obviously didn't read it quite yet. There's a little spot I'm going to fix, but that's okay. So I have a couple spots I know I'm going to have to go back in with. But like I said, the squid pink is a really strong pink, so I'm not too worried about that. I do need more of this color. Ooh, the Manticore from Miguel. How lovely. That is a good one. I'm pro-mini. The castle that... God, that castle is haunted. I'm sorry. Having gone through it personally, that castle is interesting. I still can't believe the things that would happen there. It was just unreal. And I wasn't the only one dealing with it either, so I felt a lot better. I felt a lot better when people were coming like, oh my God, you won't believe what happened last night. Or even sometimes during the day, like there were just certain hallways you'd walk down and ooh, get the heebie-jeebies. But it is truly a unique experience. Absolutely. I know some people have it on their bucket list, and I will say it is a great item to have on your bucket list for sure. It's basically like, you know, Camp D&D at a castle is really how it feels when you're there. And everyone's just so energetic and geared up for it and excited. How did that happen? Hold on. There's a cat hair on my brush. There you go. So, yeah, I would, if anyone's thinking about it and they want to save up or what have you, yeah, it's wonderful. To me, it's worth it. And the castle itself is quite lovely. Because it's a hotel, it's, you know, you have amenities like internet, which is a thing, yes, you can have internet there. I'm finding as I'm talking, it's tricky. Alright, so chatting and line work, maybe not the best idea. That's okay. I'll do a little bit of trim work to kind of narrow down a couple spots. This is my own doing. I didn't have to do this. I fully steered into it. But look at, I like how that looks. Yeah, that's the thing. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Mad King Henry. Sateen's going to be there along with a couple others. So, yeah. That's the castle. It's going on its this will be its 3rd year. And it's really cool. I can't wait. I really can't wait. It's going to be good to see everyone who was there last year. Good to see some new people who are joining us from the looks of things. I am of the excite for it. That is for sure. The guys from Nerdarchy are planning to go again. So huzzah on that one. You gonna haunt D&D games? That would be funny. Yeah, I like that. The whole, like, affecting rolls. Ooh, speaking of rolls. That's what I get for trying to turn her over. To get to the other side. Alright, same thing here. There we go. Yeah, I definitely need to not chatter so much when I'm trying to do this line work. Can you walk and paint at the same time? No. Can you talk and paint at the same time? Definitely no. Alright, so that gets most of the main. I have to get the interior here, which is going to be fun angle-wise, but hey, we'll get there. I'm going to be quiet. Yeah, see, I need to not be speaking. Me not talk? Is that plausible? Is that plausible? I'm trying to find a good angle here. And that was not exactly it. Hello, Dice Ogre! Long time no see. Ah. I saw you in the World Tree Burns chat last night. That's something else I have to finish watching today, hopefully. Because we started getting a windstorm here, and my connection started getting really shoddy, because I wasn't plugged in directly where I was watching it. So yeah. Yeah, it's more the, says I'm talking and fine line work. They don't exactly go together. 4:40 a.m.? Well, it's harder to get the finer points going. Let's put it that way. I can paint, or I can talk for the fine lines. That and funky angles. Alright, here we go again. Maybe not. Maybe this way? There we go. Swoosh. Oof. You know what? I may save that point for off screen because I'm going to have to pull... hold on. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull this off screen, that one, because of the angle. Forgive. But I need to scooch down on this one. Because her nose is getting in the way. Ugh. Alright, let me... Ooh. Yeah, her nose... That was my brush hitting her nose. So I'm going to save those lines for later. Yeah, I'll do those later because time is starting to get to be of the essence. This is spooky. What's going on here? Wait, what? Hold on. What are you talking about, Dungeon Matron? If a good medium were to persuade me, I might be convinced to flip towards 20s. Oh, I see what you mean about like haunting with the dice stuff. That would be a riot. Although, think about it. How cool would that be? Someone's rolling something. It's like one of those really significant rolls, and you as ghost self can just kind of, whoops, alley-oop it to work out for them. So it's like an epic story to go along with the roll. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a weirdo. As a DM, I love it when my players get great rolls to kind of create these great storylines. I'm not the type of DM who sits there like, haha, I'm going to kill you all. Not my style. It just isn't. I'm telling you, I'm having this Aladdin song stuck in my head because of all the baklava. How about a little more baklava? Oh, good. That's fun. Enjoy. Jeremy is fantastic. I truly, truly love playing games with him. He's got such an imagination. Very creative. Very descriptive, too. I am spoiled with the people I play with. I will say that. I fully admit to it on Dawnbringers. My God. Megan's descriptions of her spells. Jeremy's description of when he goes into rage mode and a different ancestral spirit comes swinging. And then you have Scotty with his epic descriptions of what he's doing with Griffith. Ted is fantastic at building in the backstory of his PC, Thorgarn, and throw in Dan, and it's like storytelling hours, because it's 3 hours, not 1. I am true, and of course then there's Jake, and Jake, just the way he's weaving everything together just leaves me in absolute awe. Seriously, I'm a lucky player. Oh, no microphone. It took me a sec. Like, what is wrong with Miguel? What are you doing there, Miguel? Yes. Prince Ali, fabulous he, Ali Ababwa. Heard your princess was a sight lovely to see. And singing, definitely can't sing and paint lines at the same time. Now try your best to stay calm. Brush up that Sunday salam. Which, oh, they changed that line. I forgot about that in the live version. They changed that line out because I was singing along like, that's not the line. Surprisingly, if you get, so for those of you who want to start getting into games and streaming, if you get the LG C920, 922, they have decent microphones built into the cameras themselves. And they're not that expensive. Usually between $60 to $50 on Amazon type of situation. So if you wanted to, I would say invest in one of those, and that way you can start playing on streams, if you so choose or have a desire to do that. That's my recommendation. That way you're not having to buy everything. Because yes, trying to buy everything can get to be costly. Especially if you're not looking to make it a, not career, I don't want to say career, but you know what I mean? It's not something you're looking to do, like, every single week, multiple games, you know, on channels that are essentially turning it into entertainment for other people. If that's not what you're looking to do, I would definitely recommend it's on my website, actually. If you go to my website, in my Amazon shop, I have it listed. So you can see which camera I'm talking about, because I use 2 of them. I have an LG 920 and the LG 615. So the 615 is another good one. It's actually the one that's on me right now. That one's good too. Its microphone is kind of tinny though. So I wouldn't recommend that one so much if you want to have to jump away from not needing a microphone. The 920 is good though. This is fun. I'm trying to hold her gently so I'm not hitting marks. Clearly that's working well. But yeah, that is hold on. That is definitely a camera that's a workhorse, especially in the streaming community. So I would say go for that. If you wanted to invest just a little bit so you could play on streams more often. Let's put it that way. Yeah, see, if you have friends who don't want to be on stream, don't. That's not a thing to force, because I've witnessed streams where people have been like, "Oh, hey, we play a game. Let's run a stream together." And you could tell some of the members they weren't as keen to be on camera as others in the group. And it definitely starts to affect the game dynamic, so always good to be aware of that little factor. If you're looking to get into streaming, you want to make sure you have people who want to be on camera, who are willing to be on as personalities and things like that. Oh my gosh, Dungeon Matron. I'm like, why is Luke biting your... not that Gygax, a different one. Your kit. See, I know your cat is named Gygax. God. That's an oopsie-daisy on my part. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go in because when I'm chatting... So I'll go back in and I'll narrow those lines down. That's easy enough, honestly. And then I'll hit that point that's been driving everyone crazy. Setting up a Slackwire cam for filming tabletop to see if I can get a better shot. Yeah, I play around with it. It's, people try and do different things with different games, and some stuff takes, some stuff you realize, this is why no one's doing it. Seriously. I like being able to stream in games because you really do get to meet a great group of people. And it means you get like a nice weekly game going. Which I'm all for. I will say also, if you plan on being the DM and to do the streaming yourself, be ready for some work there, okay? Because you're not only getting ready to run the game, but then you also have to get the technical stuff going as well. And if you have the luxury of having someone who is technologically savvy, who can help you with streaming the game itself, do that, especially if you're just starting to get into streaming. It's better to have more hands on deck and learning together than trying to run the game, stream the game, and everything. I know a lot of friends who've started that way, and they've all said it helps to have someone else there too. So that's another little tidbit of just general advice. But yeah, some people get really into it. I mean, I have a green screen, again, because I'm on stream every week. I need it both for Cobalt and for Mini Terrain Domain. You don't have to have a green screen if you don't want to. I just like the end look of it, having a green screen, which is why I invested in one. And it has come in handy for other things. Oh, see? That is totally my bad. I'm definitely going to go in and fix these. All right, lesson learned. I'm not doing fine line work like this on stream if I have to be chatting. Aw, Mad King, I'm sure you'll be fine. It's fun. It really is enjoyable. It gives you something to look forward to every week. You know, you get to see a great group of people. And you also get the added bonus of the chat. That definitely adds a whole new dynamic to it. Like right now, it's crazy that I can talk to you and some of you know what I mean when, oh, Cantriel did this and Cantriel did that. It's not something you get in a usual game. For sure. But if you can, why not? All right, I think that is all the lines except for these I'm going to play with later. All right, so that's that. I'm going to get her little stamps going here. Well, actually, I'm going to do it myself. So, that's a different story. I'm going to jump back to the squid pink. That way it gives the line some time to dry and I can just quick sweep. So I'm going to put her little cutie marks on. And they're basically pink butterflies, which makes it pretty easy. You can see here. Again, you could use these stickers if you wanted to. So it's basically just sort of a pink X, and then you put the line of the butterfly through. So I'm going to get the wings on first, doing the pink X shape. And then we will do the... Hold on, do we have reference photo of her? Yeah, we have a little... The back of the box has a little reference photo of her that you can use too. So I'm going to do that, and I'm just going back to the squid pink for those, because they basically match her main color. Main, M-A-N-E, main, not M-A-I-N. Let's see here. Want to... Dice Ogre. Streaming is a lot of fun. It is. There's a steep learning curve in terms of figuring out the programs and everything. And what works best for you. Getting people who want to play online and be filmed. Like I said, that's kind of critical. Make sure people want to be filmed. If they don't want to be filmed, don't push it. I mean, you can even do it where someone could just sort of have an icon. I have played in games where people opted to do that. They just didn't want to be in photo, or in frame, I should say. So opted to have a... See, it's just 3 little X's is basically what it turns out to be. Sticking with the same brush. All right, I am going to go quiet for this one, and I'm pulling it out of frame because I need to... Okay, so there we have our 3 little X's. Cutie stamp. That one's a little tricky because you have to dip under the wing, which is why I pulled it back. Squiddy flies. Oh! Oh my gosh, that would be a really cool monster. A squiddy fly. I'm not getting ideas at all. Nope. Oh, Colin, thank you. Well, I appreciate that. That's very sweet of you to say. I I love DMing because it reminds me so much of community storytelling, which I used to do with students when I taught, and that's one thing I loved about teaching English was the community story. That's the problem, Dungeon Matron. I have been calling that jokingly. Oh. And then I'll accidentally slip and call it that, and then it's like, oh wait, no, that's not what it's really called. Okay, so here we go, gonna get the other side now. On her little tushy. But yeah, it's essentially what these are, kind of, sorta. Two little X's. And again, I'm going to pull this back so I can get the third one in. Sometimes it just helps to pull it into your body and tuck really close is really what I should have been doing with the line work. But yeah, you know, hindsight 2020 and all that jazz. I need more paint. But it's funny, when I was approached to DM, and that's just it. I had no intentions of being a DM until Nerdarchist Dave approached me about it and asked if I would be willing to do it for D&D in a castle. So I've been DMing for a year. That's the truth of the matter. But the whole storytelling factor, that's what drew me in. All right, I have my 3 little stamps over there. Kind of had to cheat this one because this wing is actually closed in closer to the body. Cutie mark. Cutie mark. Tribe stamp. Something like that. All that jazz. Hold on. See, this is why I like this squid ink. Or squid pink. I always say squid ink. That just covers it. Yeah, I'm going to do that after the fact. I'm not going to do it right now. Too many years DMing. You know, it's interesting. Some people do get the DM burnout, which can be a thing. It really can. Sometimes it just helps to give yourself that mental break and even play if you can. It just helps give you a little reprieve from, and I think that's honestly why I'm able to keep going with doing as much as I'm doing in terms of the stream stuff, because I do have that. I can be a player on Thursdays and a DM on Sundays. That really does make a difference. Let me shake this up a little bit. Shake it up. Shake it up. Ha ha. So now I'm moving to electric blue. Now I want to sing Debbie Gibson, but I won't. DMing for 13. That's amazing. See, I didn't get into D&D until much later on in life, as playing it as a game. I have crossed paths with it so many times, it's not even funny, but when you go to a Catholic school and you're raised Catholic, not Catholic anymore, yeah, let's just say that wasn't something that was handed to me on a silver platter. Yet, you know, they teach you about someone's head on a silver platter. Go figure. Okay, I'll stop with the salt. So yeah, that's really, it's been interesting to realize that a lot of what I was doing when I was reading crosses over into the land of DM work and D&D lore. So this is now basically going in and just creating a line down between your X. Okay? To give you your butterfly body. Oh, this is fun. I love reading how long everyone's been DMing, or even how long have you been playing? That's another one. How long have you been a player? Play is gonna play. Pulling out a frame because I need a scoonch. I want to know that too. Actually, let's be smart. I'm gonna stay scoonched and get the other side. Okay, there we go. I got the two that are a little bit more funky angle mode. Because playing-wise, I think it's over 4 years now, I want to say. But there was stuff like I did play Baldur's Gate and Champions of Norath and things like that, video game-wise. So I had interactions with thematically similar stuff. It just wasn't rolling the die. So yeah. Okay, so this also has little bittle antenna. And they're like a little V at the top. Not me. I am a little V, but not that little of a V. So with that, I'm just going to rinse my brush a little bit because I want to get the tip a little bit more defined. Player for a little over 6 months. That's awesome. See, you can, but that's just it. You can still keep the intensity and the drama and all of that without necessarily doing TPK stuff. You know, if players want to have some sort of grand what have you with their character, I'm totally fine with that as long as they let me know. Or if they feel it's time to bring it to a close. Okay, totally get that. So see, it's just a small little V at the top. But that's something that, you know, I would want to be sure the player wants that to happen. I'm big about the DM is another player type of approach, where we're all playing and building the story together. And some people have different approaches, which to each their own, absolutely. The important thing is you find a group of people that you enjoy playing the game with and wanting to play the game with. If at any time you're not enjoying the game and you dread your game night, guess what? That's not the right group for you. Or you need to have a conversation. I've got the next question. What systems have I played or GM'd? I have run only D&D 5e. I have played D&D 3.5-ish. Yeah. It was kind of a combination of 3 and 3.5. And then I've played... was it Numenera? I think it was Numenera. It was one of those other things. Cypher system? Is that it? I've played a couple of other little ones. Call of Cthulhu I've done a one-shot. That was fun. Played The Strange. Trying to think what else. I've had interludes with other game systems. I mean, I've done the the index card. That's what I want, the index card roleplay. Those are fun to do as well. Heavier on the D6 rolls than anything else, but that makes it fun. What else have I played? God. That's just it. I'd have to look back at my notes and stuff, because I know I've played in other things. It's just... I enjoy trying new things out. Oh, Crash Pandas. That's a fun one. I like that one a lot. And, I haven't played Pathfinder, and that's one I'm interested in. The same thing also for, I have watched, oh my gosh, do I watch Vampire the Masquerade? I have not had a chance to play it. That or Requiem. You know, that's definitely one that there you go with her butterflies. She's got her cutie mark. So, were we sane? I think, no, I don't think, well, yes. Yes, we were, because we had this scarf thing. We kind of were helping each other out, so we weren't fully, like, neat mode. But that was only a one-shot. And what else? I can honestly say I want to learn how to play Pathfinder. I want to learn how to play the vampires, both Masquerade and Requiem. Those are like the ones high up on the, ooh, that'd be really cool list for me. Okay, so there we have our Tushy. I am going to go back in with a squid and just kind of clean that line work up, but as I'm learning, I cannot do the line work and talk at the same time. Now, her eyes are bigger, so I'm actually going to go in with my mechanical pencil and do the outlining first. That'll make it a lot easier for me. Now, the question is, how do I want her looking? Do I want her looking to the side, looking up? I kind of want to make her looking up. Oh, will it? That's good to know, Nathan. Thank you. See, I did not know that little fact. My mug. I deserve it. See, not having played Pathfinder, I couldn't answer that question. So that's more up to the group to debate that one. I can't weigh in at all. The big question is, how do we want her eyes directed? Because in the reference, she's looking to the side. Part of me is like, maybe I should make her like looking up. The Cantriel eye roll. I have no idea what you're talking about, Mad King Henry. I never roll my eyes. They might speak a little bit for me, but I don't roll them. They stay in my head, nice and secure. She really is fun. God. All right, so I'm going to go in my pencil then, and I'm going to sketch out iris and pupil. This helps give me a little bit better reference for what's going on. Now this side's going to be a little bit tricky because I have the mane. And again, if you wanted to and you have this many, you can opt just to go right for the little stamps that they have included in the packaging for you. Okay, so that gives me the iris looking up. Now I'm going to do the pupil. Yeah, I like looking up. As I'm getting this in right now, I can tell that's definitely the way I wanted to go with this. Alright, so now I'm doing the pupil. The trick here is getting the same size and angle going, especially when you have the mane kind of fighting you. Okay, there we go. So she's looking up, and then I want to give her her little flash mark of white. So in that case, what I'm going to do here is, I want it bigger. I think I might want it bigger, yeah. So I'm going to cut through and know this is the bit of white I want to work in. So I know it looks a little funky now, but it'll make sense in a minute. Same thing on this side for this eye. Get that bit of white to come through. Now right now it looks like a bunch of different lines and stuff, but that just signals to me where I'm not putting paint to help me out. I just kind of go back and forth. This is what I do with bigger minis for myself. Oh, see, you're all off and running. This is fun to read. Alright, so that gives me what I'm looking for the eyes here. And then I'll do the smaller white by freehand. I think that's going to be a better way to do that one. Alright, so this plots out the eyes for me. So here I have the iris, the pupil, flash of white. There'll be another dot of white over here. Same thing. Iris, pupil. That's going to turn into the flash of white. I know it looks a little bit more drawn out because I was fixing the angles a little bit. Ascension ooze. Ooh. Ooh, where'd electric... Oh, it's right in front of me. So I'm still going to stick with the electric blue because I want that to be part of her eye. Iris. Because if you look at the reference photo, same color as, well, it's hard to see, but the little blue there. For Fluttershy. Again, sticking with this brush. Oh, Colin, quite frankly, Cold Ball Press has won me over hook, line, and sinker. I truly appreciate the work that they generate. It's honestly my go-to. Whenever I'm running a game, I will go to my Cold Ball Press material because I have a lot of that. There are obviously other third parties who do a great job. There's so many independent writers who have turned out some really cool things. Like Mage Hand Press, they have Dark Matter, which is a really cool third-party skin type of system that I honestly appreciated. So, but it's not something I grab for my own games, if that makes sense. I've played, but I haven't run it as a DM. So what I'm doing right now is just staying within my frame and my pencil lines for this one, for the iris. Quite frankly, I'd recommend going to DM's Guild if you're looking for really cool sources for third-party stuff. They do a great job of just really clever and interesting things going on. That tends to be more where I look for other sources, personally. But like I said, you have Drive-Thru RPG as another option, which is also a great source. Hello, Paolo! But admittedly, I am very much a Kobold Press fan. Like, I cannot wait for the next Tome of Beasts, because that is a book that gets a lot of use by me. Admittedly so. Yeah, and I got a Tinkerer build off DM's Guild that I still to this day love. It was so clever and so much fun. I made a little gnome. Gemma. She was a blast. She really was a blast. And I liked how they had things set up for that build. It didn't feel OP or anything like that. Hold on. I need to rinse my brush. Paint's building up on me. But yeah. There's, and honestly, if you go onto Twitter too, you'll see people who are working on new projects, and it's just, at least in my eyes, it's really cool to see all this creativity. Oh, you have Retroverse. That's another good one. That's one I forgot about. Retroverse is a really cool, it's like 80s meets post-apocalyptic type of thing. That's another good system that you can do D&D 5e with. For a third-party group. A little bit more paint on the brush for this. I need to think. That's why I'm getting quiet. When I get really quiet, I'm thinking. That is the one thing. The eye has like this little eyelid to it, so when you move it, you realize there's more to it than the angle you had going. So I'm just trying to be really careful with it. There we go. The eye. Aye. Dungeons and Doggies, that's another fun one. That's one I really enjoyed playing too. My son ran that one for us. Creature Codex. Oh my gosh, Creature Codex. That's another love of my life work. I've shared a couple times. I have a bookshelf, and you'll see our WotC stuff, and then you'll see our Kobold Press. Ding, ding, side by side. I tend to go right. It's just how I work. But, I mean, BB's place is very heavily based off of a lot of Creature Codex things. BB herself is, too. Alright, so now I'm going to go in to get this eye, which with the mane is going to be fun. They just do a really good job of creating familiar yet new, if that makes sense, for Kobold Press. They really do a great job with that. And quite frankly, it's why when they asked if I'd be willing to do Tales of the Old Margrave, I was very much for doing it, because even though I hadn't gotten the material yet at that point, I just knew it would be super fascinating and amazing to work with, and it definitely did not disappoint at all. I mean, I run that game and there's stuff that happens and I'm just in awe of it, quite frankly. And I have read that book so many times and I'm still going back and finding crazy cool things that, you know, read over it, yes, but then you read it again, you're like, oh wow, this really is cool, and I really do want to make sure it gets into the game. And so yeah, I would definitely say I run partial to Kobold. That's just me. Oh, the Theros book that's coming out. Yes. That one I am excited about because I am such a Greek god fiend. Like, stupidly so. Oh, the swole. Everyone loves the Swobold. That cracks me up. All right, let me get some black going. See? Swobold. Everyone goes, yes! That's a fun one. I agree. This is just straight up black paint that I'm going to be using for her pupil. And her eyes will start taking effect. Speaking of, I was packing away a mini, and it's one I enjoyed painting so much, and I felt so guilty putting it back in a box. I very much felt like saying, it's okay, you're going to a good new home. I still love you, but I cannot keep you. And I'm sitting there laughing at myself. I'm like, I've gotten way too attached to this little mini. Again, I'm just being very careful. I'm trying to tuck that black in under the lid as best I can. But you'll see her starting to take shape now. Now the reason why I mark out the white for the larger portion of the white of the eye, hold on, I find it's a lot less layers of white you'll have to put in instead of putting it directly on top of the black. So that's why I made a point to draw it out. The dot's a different story because that's literally just like a paint. But that gives you an idea with her eye. I can tell, however, I need to get a little bit more in here. Hold on. No place like Gnome. It should be exciting. And we just have to wait a couple more months, right? That's all. Just a couple more months. Did anyone put their pre-order in? I am curious. There we go. It gives me her eye. See, my first PC was a gnome. So I have a major soft spot for gnomes. I really do. I've played 3 now. All different types. Though 2 are druids, so maybe not all different types, but close to. I tend to go elf. Shocker. I do like playing an elf, but I also like playing not your typical elf. Like Cantriel. She's not your prim and proper elf. She never will be. Ever. But she's been a fun one to play, for sure. I very much enjoy her quirks and her mannerisms and everything like that. I have played a goblin. That has been a lot of fun. Okay, why do badgers keep coming into my life this week? I just got that song out of my head, Dice Ogre. I fully blame Dan. Dan had a mechanical badger on his end of season stream last night. So I fully have badger, mushroom stuck in my head. Okay, there we go with her eyes. See? They're taking form. Look at this black. That's drying a little bit more. Okay, good. So I'm liking this with her eyes. I'm going to wait on the white, though. We don't need no stinking badgers. Ah. Yeah, Swollbold is fun. Alright, now I'm going to go in and I want to give those little bit of lines that I was talking about. So I'm going to go in with the jade green and just do little color blocks, essentially is what it's turning out to be on the iris. Because I want to get that little extra bit going on in there that you'll see on the cartoon. Just for a little bit of an extra oomph to her eyes. And then I'll go in and I'll do the white. Wait, helps to rinse your brush. Let me rinse that a little better. Doodly-doo. See, I never played 2E, so I don't... Miguel, I like how you just jumped in for that part. A snake! A snake! Haven't played that version either, so I couldn't say. That's not in my wheelhouse. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here. And just give her a couple. Nothing too drastic, just a couple little lines here. And yes, I'm going to use my hand a little bit to kind of round the paint out a little bit. But I saw this detail in the cartoon. I was looking at reference pictures and I knew that I needed to incorporate that. Because see, it just sort of gives the eyes a little bit more to them. I'm going to do one more, I think, and then move over to the other eye. There we go. So that's more along the lines of what you see in the cartoon. They kind of give her a little bit extra oomph that way. I don't know why that got blocked. I guess deity is a word they don't want thrown around on... That was weird. YouTube. YouTube. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing on this eye. Again, giving these little color blocks of the jade green. I can tell this eye's going to need more black on the pupil. I was wondering about that. It looked a little bit sparse, but I didn't want to start pulling the paint up. Oh, this is going to be fun. Pulling in. Pulling off, because I need to pull in. I need to bring her close, and I need to make a weird angle with it. But I definitely want to make sure her eye gets these as well. Alright, I think I'm going to do just the two there, because it's going to get a little wonky further in. This black still needs a little bit of extra on the lower. A smart barbarian. That would be a fun one to play. A barbarian that's not just brute, but also brain. I'm sure there are ways to make that happen. Alright, so a little bit more of the black on this side. Almost there. There we go. It's funny, I realize it's been a while since I've played Minecraft too. Oh, I see a little bit I want to get here too. For those of you wondering, yes, I'm still playing. I just haven't had a time to play. Yeah, that spot needs just a little bit more. There we go. Here we go with her eyes. You can kind of see where the story's going with this one now. So now I'm going to do probably the eyelashes, and then I'll go in. Had a smart rogue. I love how people share what they've been playing and who they've been playing and everything like that. I definitely like that for the eye. Alright, so I'm just going to get these little raised bits. But I am going to be quiet for this. So enjoy the music. Enjoy that music. The little lower lashes, how cute are those? Yeah, getting this one's going to be fun. Those are tricky to get to. I think that's about all I can do with that one. Slightly better, but I'm not going to go too crazy with the underneath the mane. That's a trickier one to reach for sure. Right, let me focus on this eye. Back and forth, rinsing the brush again. A half-orc, I was going to read that half-orc. A half-orc paladin. Hard life down. That sounds really cool. I liked playing half-orc. That was a fun one to do. What other? I've done, what race haven't I done? That's a very good question. I really am very much enjoying Tabaxi. That's been fun. I mean, Brambles is essentially my cat, Rory. A lot of the decisions I make when I'm playing her is like, what would Rory be doing in this? It's also fun to see everyone's interpretation of a Tabaxi. Hold on, need more paint. There we go. Look at those cute little eyelashes. Oh, for crying out loud. YouTube's blocking prostitution now. Oh, I tell ya. You never know these days. Yeah, I'm definitely going quiet on this one because I have to get in close on things. So. Come here, little darling. There's this ridge I want to get on the inside here, and then I'll go back over to the upper portion. It's actually easy because it's where the pupil meets. Okay. See, that gets it closer into the eye area, which is what I wanted. Tip it down just a little bit. Now I'm going to get the outer portion of the raised surface. But again, I'm going to go quiet while I do this. There we go. Cute little eyelashes. Hold on. Okay, right now I feel like I'm doing my own eyeliner. So there we go. Look at how cute those are, those little eyelashes. I love that little detail. That is something I would recommend not skimping out on, bringing those back out. Jake is a fantastic role player. He is wonderful. I admire what he does and how he does it. Really. Like I said before, I am very lucky in terms of the people I get to play games with. There's only so far I'm going to be able to get with this eyelash. Again, because, you know, mane. There we go. Got the other little eyelash over there. Oh, she's such a cutie. Really is a cute miniature. Well, miniature. Oh, Jake's son, little Jake. I see what you mean. Well, he's not actually named Jake. Yes. That does not surprise me to hear that at all. All right, there we go. Got her eyelashes going. Now let me do... you know what? I still want to do a little bit more on this one because there's another bit of a ridge over here. Hello, Jake. We're talking about your son. Were your ears burning? Because we was talking about you. You were saying how talented your son is as a role player. To which I said, no surprise. Because, you know... apples and falling far from the tree and all that rot. There we go. That's better. There we go. Look at those little eyes. I love it. Alright, I just need to go in and get the whites done for her eyes, and then I'm going to call her eyes all set. Hey, you are thought of well. Both of you. It's not a bad thing. He's a good thing. How are we doing? Okay, so we're getting close to 1:30. Probably do this for like another 10, 15 minutes, I'm thinking. All right, now I'm gonna get the white done. Again, going quiet. And there's one, and then the dot. See? There we go with her eye. Like I said, it's a lot easier to put the dot in after the fact. Now let me get this one. Again, I'm going to go quiet because concentration. There we go, and then I need to give her her dot. Which, I'm going to do my upside down trick. Oh, but the main won't let me. I'm going to do my best here. There we go. So those are her eyes painted in. A little bit of extra. Actually, I'm going to go back in here because the white, sometimes you have to go back in with white as well. I want that to be far more opaque right there. This is always a little bit, you get a little slight back and forth happening here. I'm realizing I need to bring this up a little bit. And I'm going to cheat back in with the black because the angles on this is tricky. I'm going to go back in with the black and sweep that down a little bit because I'm noticing, yeah, that I'm going to do. Happens sometimes. I love it. My players do that to me all the time. They do things I'm like, oh, that wasn't something I considered. Forgot I need to do her mouth and her nostrils too. So I'm just going in with the moon yellow now. Putting a dollop of the moon yellow in her nostrils, and then I'll put it onto her mouth as well. Because those are not... They're not like a drastically different color in the cartoon. Just looking at the picture right now. Dot, dot. Oh, you're so precious. And what I'm doing is I'm actually focusing this more on her lower lip to give that definition. What? I'm telling you, a lot of things. Cantrielle. That's the problem. The second I hear that name, I like flip right into her voice. It's Cantrielle. Jake made me a captain. I didn't want to be captain. Don't make me the captain. Quite frankly, that's what was going through my brain. I don't want to be captain. Why are you making me the captain? Well, that's good to know, Viper. Okay, so Viper is recommending paint in the eyes if you wish. If you can. This is my tweaking little things as I go along. Yeah, it needs to come in just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. That's more along the lines of... What's throwing me off is there's this little bit of eyelid there. That's translating very pale. You know, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some of the moon yellow there. Yeah, I know. I don't think Drung would have taken it. That's just it. Were Griffith there? I could see Griffith having jumped in. I'll do it. Very Dudley Do-Right mode. Could very much have seen that happening. Okay. Yeah, that helped a little bit. There's, like I said, there's like this eye crease on the one side that translates a little funny. And actually, I'm going to do a little bit more to that mascara zone, eyelash zone. This is where I'm getting fiddly. Alright, that's showing a little better. There are her eyes. Eyes. I'm just going back in and darkening up the black a little bit here and there. But yeah, I like her looking up more than to the side. Oh, see, that I would have loved to have seen played out. Like, what would Stark have done with that? That would have been cool to see play together. That couldn't be like an alternate universe game, could it? What if Griffith got the job? Well, thank you, Dice Ogre. That's appreciated. You know, all the characters have really had interesting points of growth, which I'm loving. Right now, I'm going to go in and kind of narrow down some oopsie-daisy lines. And the cool thing is a lot of this growth is coming out over the past few games, which I'm loving, quite frankly. Oh my god. Talmud revealing that was his daughter? Ha! Broke my heart! Player V was sitting there like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. That was just, oof. Well, Mad King Henry, thank you so much for spending your afternoon here with us. I appreciate your contributions in the chat. Always enjoyable. Always, always. Thank you so much. Have a great day. This is just my going back in with a squid pink. And just fine-tuning those lines that got a little bit carried away. Because, you know, chatting and lining. Oops! Was it? See, I heard you mention something about how you were expecting some sort of reveal, but that wasn't it. God, it was so intriguing. And the way he played that little girl, too, the episode before, I was like, oh my god. Like, the culmination of the two is just gut punch. Oh my god. So good. I'm telling you. I am a lucky player. Seriously, a very lucky player. Yeah, this is making me happier. Just fixing up the oopsie-daisy zones. Just to show you. Just went back in and cut it down a little bit more narrow. And I'm going to do that to the other lines too. That got a little bit away from me, but it starts giving me the idea of what she looks like all pulled together with just those little, there we go. So I'm going to narrow these lines down, going back over with the squid pink. Do we want to give... I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, I thought it'd be fun to give her hair like a glittery look, but I'm kind of liking her straight up classic. What do we think? I'm hesitant to do that now. I think it might be too much for her, now that I'm looking at this. Oh, sister, interesting. Yeah, that changes the tone completely. I agree, Jake. Yeah. Ooh, very interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, because we're getting carried away. Well, I'm getting carried away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in. I'm just going to clean up the lines a little bit. I don't think I'm going to do that glitter work like I thought I would, because she's looking really cute all on her own. I don't want to overdo it. Oh, I'm very curious about season 4. That is for sure. You've intrigued me, Jake. So I'm going to just clean up her lines, and I'll take a picture of her after I seal her up, all said and done. But that's basically the gist of what I wanted to get done with her. Just going through and highlighting, well, not highlighting, but accentuating those recesses, putting on her little cutie marks, getting her eyes done, which sounds like, you know, a very LA thing to do. But yeah, her eyes I just wanted to give my own little touch to, as opposed to using the stamps that come with it. So that is the gist of Fluttershy getting her done. And I've also learned, do not do fine line work and talk at the same time, because not my forte. Not as of yet. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me today. Next week, I will not be streaming because I'm going to be in Seattle, as far as I know. Whether it's at ECCC or just visiting friends in the area, because, you know, ECC got canceled. We shall see. It's not, as I know of, quite yet. Like I said, I've been watching their account and everything. But the week after, I will be back to do one more stream. And then after that, I'll be switching over full-time. And probably that last stream, I will clue everyone in onto where it is I am now working and what's going on with that. I think you'll all be very pleased and very excited about it. Keep in mind, this is not my saying goodbye. I'm still very much involved with the industry. Not going anywhere. If you want to interact with me more often, make sure you get over to Twitter at The Crafting Muse. I am extremely active over there. You can also find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram, find me obviously here on YouTube. And here's to hoping, fingers crossed, that every so often I can just do a fun stream in the evenings. I'm sorry, I know it's not the lunchtime shift, but do some streams in the evening too, just to catch up with everyone and do lovely things like such. So take care, everyone. Please be good to yourselves and be good to each other. Take care. Bye.